Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. I am so excited. Me and the Samurai I have here today, we have actually gotten to know each other for the last week. So thank you so much for being here. I have the luxury to have one of the best Sims builders here today. And I'm sure you guys know him as Artie. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having
Oh my
me,
gosh. No, thank you
guys.
so much for being here. Okay, I have to start this off. So I've been
Yeah.
I've been in the Sims community just about a year and 3 months now, which feels like it's a lifetime, but I knew your builds straight from the gate. I actually said in a previous summer spotlight that I hoped I got to interview you one day because your builds are so amazing and they stand out from literally everybody else's builds. Um, I'm fangirling hard. And when I asked you, and we've just been sitting and having the most pleasant conversations for the last almost week and a half, it has literally made my morning when I'd wake up to a text saying good morning or good evening. I love that so much. So Artie, thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you for
today.
having me.
Oh my
So,
gosh. No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
so yeah, actually, I knew you before. I've seen you on the Explore page a lot, and I thought I already followed you.
Oh,
But when you send me the message, I was like, wait, I haven't followed her. I was like, I thought
oh, no,
I because I've
oh.
seen you a lot of times in my Explore page.
Mhm.
Like Stacy, and I was like, oh, I must already followed her.
Hey, you know what? It worked out. But Artie, let's dive in. I want to hear a little bit
Yeah.
about yourself and I want to hear about your Sims history.
So about myself, my name is Ardi. Full name is Rd.ptra. It sounds really bad in Spanish because if you know Spanish, Rd.ptra, it sounds like the PUTA words.
I actually don't know Spanish because here our second language is French.
Okay. So,
Yeah, but no, yeah, unfortunately, even my second language is French, is my knowledge of that is
hmm,
very zero. I know
but
bonjour
French
and comment ça va.
is such a beautiful language. Though I was supposed to go to France. I asked my mom to
Mhm.
send me to France for my bachelor, and then she was like, "No, no. Do you know how much it cost to go and then to study there? And then, do you even know how to speak French? No, but I can learn, right?" And then she was like, "No, no, 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 no. Stay here." Okay, so I stayed here. I did my bachelor in communication journalism,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and then I went to China, Beijing, to get my master and PhD. So yeah, in business administration. I really don't like to talk about it because it's not my field. I think that one is the easiest one, and that one is the one that want to take me in.
Yeah. So you're very smart. That's what I love about
No,
talking with the Sims community. But you
no,
like highly educated. Like everyone I talk to is like
no.
doctors, lawyers, bankers. And I'm just like, I do marketing and I make fart jokes. And that's where my life gets me.
Marketing is such. I wish I could work in marketing.
Sorry?
I wish I can work in marketing. Because marketing is fun.
Marketing is a lot of fun. It depends
Yeah.
on what you're marketing, determines to
Mhm.
how fun it is. But anyways, when did you start playing The Sims?
Actually, I'm one of the OG players. I started in 2002 when I was 12. Yeah, I know. When I was 14, I guess. Yeah, I started with The Sims 1 Hot
Mhm.
Date. It's kind of raunchy for 14 years old boy to play, right?
Isn't it though? Like if you're looking back at it, like I started playing in '03 and I was 10. So like at this point, I didn't really I didn't understand what woohooing was. Like I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
understand that it was like it's an adult activity, but I didn't physically understand like what it
Yeah, yeah.
was.
The same, the same. And the heart-shaped jacuzzi, remember that? And
Oh,
then the heart-shaped, the bath wall thingy.
mm-hmm.
I was like, now I was like, wow, this is a bit raunchy for me to play. And then I played The Sims 2. My favorite one is Open for Business in The Sims 2 pack, out of the Sims 2 pack. And I skipped the third installment because I really don't like the the Sims. I mean, like
That's
the
okay.
Sims. Like, I think the face on the Sims 3, they look like a pudding. The skin
Mhm.
texture look like a chocolate pudding. So I skipped the Sims 3, and then I started playing the Sims 4 again around almost 2 years ago. Yeah.
No,
So
that's awesome. A lot of people, I heard you say that Sims 2 is your favorite. A lot of people do settle on Sims 2 being their favorite.
yeah.
What about Sims 2 is your favorite?
What about? I think that one is the first one. Like in the Sims 4, there are only four angles, right? So you can just like go from this side to this side to this. And then
Mhm.
the Sims 2, they started to use this like we can just explore the whole rooms and everything. I think that one is much fun. I think that was fun in the beginning, but again, the expansion pack was very expensive, right? So
Mhm.
I didn't get a lot.
No, the expansion packs are very expensive, and even still to this day, they are extremely expensive. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how much they are there, so they are $60 here for an expansion.
I think no, because like up until last year,
Mhm.
the origins actually didn't sell the Sims 4 in Indonesian region. So we actually had to buy it from the Singapore, right?
Oh,
From Singapore. And then actually it was cheaper than
oh,
than the real price in the United States. So back then they started selling the Sims 4 officially in Indonesia and the
mhm.
Philippines as well and the other countries. So the price was a bit higher. I
Mhm.
think for a kid, I paid like $6, $6 American for the kit, including the tax. Well, the tax. But if I buy it in Singapore, I think it will cost me like around $4 or $5 American dollars. So
Oh, okay.
it's a bit hard
Yeah.
for us.
No, it's definitely a lot. Now I got to ask this: Have so in Sims 2, did you do a lot of building, or have you always been a builder your entire Sims career, or is that something that you gravitated more with Sims 4?
I think that one is the one that I gravitated more in The Sims 4 because in The Sims 2 I actually played the living mode. I didn't build that much. I built like this. I still remember this museum like a house.
Mhm.
It's a house, but it looks like a museum full of like the statues and the paintings on the hall in the hallway. But yeah, I think I usually play the live mode in The Sims 2.
Okay. Which now brings me to the most like awesomest questions about your builds. I want to know how you start to finish your builds because your builds are so creative. Like every
Uh,
time I look at your stuff, I'm like, how did he do that? Like I remember that the one that stuck with me, and I still think about it all the time, is when you did the donut store and they had a box of donuts at the top. I was just like, this is so creative. No one else is doing this. I love that he's standing on his own. I want to hear
thank you.
how you go from concept to finish.
Um, Usually I just like Google the picture, any picture, or I don't know. I don't know. Actually, no. Like the idea came randomly during the day,
Mhm.
and around like 6 or 7 after I finished all of the work, I just started building for 2 hours, and then that's it. I don't want to touch it anymore. But the thing is, like, if I do the exterior, I won't do the interior because that's a bit too much. So most of my builds they are only exterior
Mhm.
or rooms. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, the exterior and interior. No, no, no. That's too much. Um,
What is your favorite build you've ever done so far?
hmm, I think the ghost from the Ghostbuster one.
Okay.
Um, I don't know what it's called. What is it called again? The ghost from the Ghostbuster? The one that
Oh,
looks like a Michelin ghost?
the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, the marshmallow.
No
Yeah, yeah.
man.
I think that one.
No,
Yeah,
I
I had fun.
I love that. And I, again, they're just so creative. So I know you don't use CC. I know you're no CC, but Tool. What secrets and tips can you give to anybody starting to use Tool for the first time?
learn geometry.
Oh my God. Okay, Artie, I have to tell you a secret, and there's no judgment here. I've actually never used Tool in my life.
Really?
Nope. None of my builds have ever used Tool, and I don't use Red Shelf. Nope. The only stuff I would use is probably like debugged, but I've never used
Are you
Tool.
playing on console?
Nope. I'm playing on PC.
Why do you do this to yourself? Go get them. Go get them. Type Twisted Maxi right now and then download it.
I've never needed it. There's never a time I've ever needed Tool. Not only do I not.
It was me. I was like you, like during the first year. I was like, I'm not gonna use CC. I'm not gonna use mod. Now I need it more.
Oh no, I use CC. No, I definitely use CC. I just never used. The builds I do now are very far and few because they take a long time. So if I have to build anything, it's probably for Rose Chronicles, which is probably a bedroom or a school setting. So it doesn't really need Tool. I'm not getting super creative. I can't think of anything that I'm like, wow, I would need Tool for. Now, if I wanted to create something like crazy, I would maybe look into it, but I've never needed to. When it comes to mods, the only one I have is for poses. That's the only mod I have.
What about the weather mods? The UI. Oh no. Oh God.
I could see our friendship ending right now. I see pray for my soul. No, like honestly, so
UI right now. UI extension C mod. It's a lifesaver.
It's honestly, I've actually turned off the weather because like you can go into the settings and you can turn off rain, snow, and thunderstorms. So I just did that. And anytime I need it to rain, I just use the Jane weather mod tool the weather machine that comes with seasons. And as long as your sim has 10 out of 10 logic, it can change the weather to whatever you want it to be. So that's what I do. I have it always sunny unless I need a rain scene. Then I will have one of my characters go over, do it, and then it will rain. And then once I need the rain to stop, I just go over and go back to clear skies.
But like, would it be more easier if you get the mod and then you just need to click sunny, rainy, and then wait? Then the weather will change.
What can I say? I'm a girl that likes to, suffer.
The hard work.
I like the hard work, but no, that's awesome. What exciting builds are you working on right now that we can look forward to seeing?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but
so this is coming out in April. So what are you working on for the month of March?
I am part of this. I forgot the name. I actually forgot the title of the collab. I think it's so. I'm doing the modern house. A modern house, like modern house. I'm not sure how.
I saw you doing something with the Weekend Builder. You guys are doing like an Art Deco hotel, correct? Yeah, I saw that today. I was like, damn, son. Damn.
It's a base game only built.
I like that.
I actually just saw it yesterday because I sent the file to Sophie, but after that I never saw it again. But then I saw. I don't know how to express myself, but yesterday I saw the build, the interior that Sophie did. I was like, wait, is this base game only? Why it looks so good? I mean, I'm sorry, but base game furniture, they are not the best thing from the game, right? But Sophie, she managed to do the magic.
She's literally a genius when it comes to design, like literally anything. Which leads me to my next question. What is your favorite pack to use?
Get to work. Easy.
Artie,
super easy.
we just became, we were already best friends before this, but now we have salt. Like I love Get to Work. It's always been one of my favorite packs.
Yeah.
I also do hope that it gets the next pack refresh. And the reason I say that is just because it's an older pack. It feels a little outdated.
I think that one the first expansion pack, right?
It was
Get to Work.
Yeah, Get to Work was the first, and then Get Together was second.
Yeah, I wish they're gonna include a mask in this pack, in this refresh pack, if they're going to doing the refresh thing, you know.
No,
mask, because like the doctor needs a mask, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I totally agree. And I think I think at this point, it's just something that like maybe before it was stereotypical, but now in the last 2 years, wearing a mask has just become the norm.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your least favorite pack?
The one that comes with Sulani.
Oh, the island pack?
Yeah.
I'm very bad with names. To be honest with you, I only bought it because I'm a completionist and I needed it for my collection. That was the only. I don't think I've never gone to the island. I've never done any of the gameplay. If anything, I buy stuff for the build buy. Is what I get it for. From what I've always heard, it was the original problem child. Well, now it's My Wedding Stories is now the problem child, but it was Island Living. Do you have all the packs?
I still don't have the movie theater one, and I still have two left because I don't want to buy it. I'm such a cheap, you know. I can buy it, but I just don't want to. I want to win something.
Hey, I don't blame you. Like I have all the expansions. I have all the game packs minus the Star Wars one.
You should get that one. That one is my most favorite game pack.
Really? See, Milo Farmer said the same thing to me, and he gave me a 60-second elevator pitch for it. And I said I would consider buying it if it went more on sale. Because like right now, like a sale is still like $25. To me, that's still a lot of money for something that I would only do build buy.
Wait, the original price is $27, right?
Yeah, it's 30 here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, when it goes on sale, like it never goes on sale more than like 10%. Like it's never a big sale for Star Wars,
because they need to pay for the license.
That's exactly it, right? It's like how else is EA gonna afford to put Star Wars in there?
But actually, yeah, I think you should get that one. I think that one looks nice.
Artie, I'm gonna get you to give me a 60-second pitch to why I need the Star Wars game pack.
Okay. The buy build object. They're really good. The world is really pretty. And the Star Wars costume, they're really nice to look at.
Okay.
I think it's a bit much though. But it's really good. I mean, I love to build robots in the Sims 4. And if I don't have that pack, I don't know how do I do that.
Okay. I can see that. So it affects your gameplay more. Yeah. Okay. Like I would say for me, the pack I actually use the most for everything is Get Famous. I use that. I milk that pack dry.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I have most of the stuff packs minus my first pet.
Oh yeah, I don't have that one too.
And teenage stuff, kids room, and I don't have the gym one because there's nothing in there I would need. And I have 3 kits, and that's it. And
the build kits, I guess.
Yeah, I have country kitchen. I at Christmas I got really drunk and I bought the blooming kit. And then when I bought because I bought My Wedding Story, like the day after it was available for everybody to play, I bought it and it said like, did you want to add a kit for $6? And typically I would say no, but I had a gift card that I wanted to use up to its max. So I was like, oh, it's not my money. I'll buy it if it's not my money. And I played it because I just released a photo of the flower shop that I made.
Oh.
It's just like the interior. I haven't done the exterior. Like I've done the physical exterior, but I only released a photo of the interior yesterday. Because I've like what I'm doing is I'm going and doing like all these wedding builds. So I did a flower shop. Now I'm working on a cake, like a bakery. I've already done a dress shop and a suit shop. So I was like, oh, like let's just post the inside. So like the inside, I have it like very industrial looking with plants. I thought that would be like some like fun to do, but I'm not like, that's all I'm going to get out of this kit. Do you know what kit they need? And this is going to lead us to the next segments to this, a superhero DC kit. I would shit my pants if I could actually have like a DC Sims kit. That would be awesome. I could see Sims partnering with Marvel one day because Marvel is just a brand whore and will put their name on anything. So I can't see why they wouldn't want to target the Sims audience. Now we talked a lot this past week about Batman, and we'll talk about it in here as well. But I want to know: are you more DC or are you more Marvel?
DC.
DC, yeah. Can I ask why? Because I like asking DC fans this.
Because actually, my very first American comic book, they are Superman and Wonder Woman first, because I have 3 older sisters, and that's the appropriate character for my sisters to read, and then they gave it to me. So my very first superhero character is Wonder Woman.
Okay.
And then the second one is Superman. I think, yeah.
That's
I like Batman, but I mean, I like Catwoman more than the Batman. I think Batman, I think he's very, how do you say? It's like reading an open book, because he got his trauma back then. But with Catwoman, we don't know what she's gonna do next. She can just betray Batman. She can just depend on Batman. She can just like be loyal to Batman, and then she turn 180 and then betray him again. I think Catwoman is more, how do you say, interesting for me.
No, I totally agree. She's one of my favorite like female like antagonists, because she can be good or bad. It kind of just like it depends on kind of like what best suits her is how I would describe Catman's. Oh my God, Catwoman, Catwoman's intentions. No, so I've always been a DC fan through and through. I've only really started. Sorry. Yes. Watch caught me off guard. So for anybody who's listening to the podcast and can't see why I freaked out, he has the Superman symbol on his what body part? Yes, right here. As I'm describing it, being like, it's right here, near his shoulder. No, that's awesome. But why I like DC versus Marvel, I like gritty. To me, I'm not a person that likes fairy tales and rainbows and happiness. Like I like the real life grit. The thing I can't stand with Marvel movies doesn't mean I have not liked them and watched them. It's the same formula for every single movie. If I showed you a scene of Captain America and Iron Man talking, there's no way you could tell me which movie it was in. Like, it's just that they're so the same, where I find DC movies take a sometimes bigger risk, and it's either high risk, high reward, or high risk, low reward. I mean, we're not going to sit here and, talk about Batman v Superman, because that was literally devastating. But I have to ask this: have you seen the Snyder cut of? Did you like it?
I like it more.
Yeah,
but it's kind of a bit annoyed me.
Why did it annoy
I like
you?
Wonder Woman. Woman,
Okay.
right? I like
Yep.
Wonder Woman. But every time she appeared on the screen, they'll be like, oh, the soundtrack, I hate it so much. At the first time, I would be like, oh, yeah, this is good, this is good, this is good. The second one, I was like, okay. The third one, I was like, no, it's a bit too much.
Oh
Every
my.
time, either Wonder Woman or the Amazon, they'll be like, oh, I don't know how this thing. I mean, it's beautiful on its own, but it's a bit too much in one movie.
No, I agree.
4 hours movie.
I agree. It's a far movie. And I hear da 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 da
Yeah,
da
yeah,
da
yeah, yeah,
da.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
every
that's one.
time she's on, I'm like, okay. The first time she shows up, where she's standing on top of the statue and she's about to. Spoiler alert for anyone who's not watched this, but I mean that's on you at this point if you've yet to watch this. Where she's standing on top of the statue and she's like watching like the assassins break into the bank and stuff. Like that is perfect. It introduces
Yep,
her character. We know who she
yep.
is, where we associate her by that time. You're right. By the third hour, when she's just like hanging out on the plane, they're like, don't, I'm like, no one cares.
No.
No one cares. Okay, then I have to ask you this. Did you like Wonder Woman 1984? Is that 18? No, 19. Yeah. Wonder Woman 1984?
1984.
1984. Yeah.
So I'm a massive Wonder Woman fan, right?
Yes.
But I don't like.
So did
I
you
don't
like
like it.
it? You didn't like
I
it?
don't.
No, it's
No.
okay. It's okay. I didn't like it either. Because the problem is the first Wonder Woman
Yeah,
was so good.
yeah,
And then it had this expectation that it would also, the second one would be as good.
yeah.
I didn't like the second movie. I only watched it maybe about a month ago because I was bored on a Saturday and was looking for something to do. And it sat there for months where I could have watched it, but I was just like I heard like it's just kind of bad. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I walked in with a 6 out of 10 expectation.
Mm.
I left with a 4 out of 10. Like it did not, like I had low expectations going into it. It was so disappointing. I know they are working on a third one. I think the third one will be better. I think the problem with this movie, with the Wonder Woman 2, it just sat in production hell for so long because it was filmed obviously prior to COVID. They needed to do reshoots. They couldn't do them because of COVID when they were able to do them. And then had to go into production, and then people were working from home. So it just really just kind of like sat, and then they just kept pushing the date. And like I'm pretty sure the date moved at least 2 or 3 times. And I feel like kind of like at the end, like DC was just kind of like, here, let's just get this out and like let's see whatever happens. And like I wasn't like at the time, because I saw the trailers and stuff for it, I was like, who's this for? Like I like Kristen Wiig as much as the next like feminist loves her, and I'm just like, I didn't think she was the right casting for that. It
I was
was just
actually happy
weird.
when they cast Kristen Wiig because she was really good in Mother, and I thought she'll be like the same. She'll bring the A game for the Wonder Woman, But I don't know. Not during the final battle. It's like Cirque du Soleil, It's like a circus than a battle because they were just hanging on the lasso and then they just like going around the place.
Here's the question I have. How come this bitch has not used her invisible plane in any other movie if she set this shit up in the 80s? Okay.
I know.
I'm like, but like couldn't she have used that in like any other movie? Let's just set it up and be like, nah, I'm just gonna park my invisible jet in the middle of a field and I'll come get it when the scene calls for it. It's just kind of like how I feel with Wonder Woman. I feel like they've done her dirty. I really do hope that
I got one question actually.
Yeah.
But in the end, is she able to fly or is she not? Because in Dawn of Justice or Justice League, she didn't fly at all, right? But in the end of the 1984, she kind of
she was flying.
Fly?
Yeah, she's just like, yeah. So not only do I have an invisible jet, I can fly, but never talked about ever again. It's like she left all the cool stuff in the 80s and it didn't follow through. I do hope moving forward.
What my hope is for the third one?
Yeah.
I hope Gal Gadot and Patty. I hope they won't write anything for the third movie because they are really good directors and actors,
Mhm.
but they are soft. At writing Wonder Woman 1984, I'm so sorry. But the thing is that I've seen the picture of Wonder Woman
Mhm.
holding a hat
Yeah.
during I think it was for Batman versus Superman movie. She was with her group,
Mhm.
and then she was holding a hat, like a proper hat, and then she looked super badass. Yeah. And then I watched 1984
Mhm.
from holding a hat to 1984. Yeah, that's sad. I don't know. I'm sorry. I
I
just
know.
wish they hire a better writer for the third movie.
I
I don't know.
agree. I hope the same. I have to ask this. What are your thoughts then on the DCEU and the shambles that it's in? Do you have hope with all the movies coming out this year that it will put the DCEU back on track?
I wish they reboot the whole thing.
Me
I'm so
too.
sorry.
No, don't say sorry. Let's keep the Batman with Matt Reeves because I know you're seeing it
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
That's perfect. It could set off its own thing. Like,
But do you think that a superhuman can exist in that world?
do you say Superman?
Superhero, any superhero in that matrix, the Batman's world.
So I read an article yesterday that Matt Reeves designed this universe to have
Hmm?
no one with magical powers in there. So
Hmm?
I would say no. I don't think so. I think they would have to do its own thing. Like here's the thing, like the DCEU, it's so messy. So like the Matt Reeves Batmans have nothing to do with the rest of these movies. The Joker movie that came
Joker
out
one.
2 years ago that has its own DC Dark label has nothing to do with anything here.
Yeah.
You have Aquaman, which again, he's my like because it's Jason Momoa and he's so hot. Um, he is like what Aquaman 2 is coming out this year, but like is Mira British? Because like she was and then she wasn't and then she was again. She had super red dark hair and then it's normal and then it's like it's just like it's there's no continuity. But I'm
I'm sorry,
honestly sorry.
but I hope they recast Mira.
Yes.
Not because of the Amber Heard. I'm
Yeah.
okay with Amber Heard,
Yeah.
but the thing is like, um, she's not that good. She's not a good
No, she's
actress.
like, yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, I think
Mm,
they could have done a better a
yeah,
choice.
yeah.
Now I will say I am excited for Flash.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
I am concerned that they are going to fuck it up because I mean, Flashpoint is a very important comic in the DC universe, and if they
But
fuck that up, they have no saving grace to come back.
have you heard the news that Aquaman and Wonder Woman will be making a cameo in the Flash?
Yes, I did hear that. And so is Michael Keaton's Batman. He is
Oh yeah,
coming
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's what I'm excited. Like, I'm excited that they're gonna pull from stuff like that. Now, if I see George Clooney with his Batman nipples out, like I'm gonna lose my brain. Oh my god. Um, yeah, no, I just the DCU is in shambles. But here's the thing. I think this is DC's time to shine. And the
Yeah.
reason I say this is because Marvel has had its last 10 years.
Mm,
It
mm.
like you've had Captain America, you've got Iron Man, all those movies and stuff. That saga's done. And now you have like the Eternals that just came out, which nobody
Oh,
liked, right? And then you have like obviously Spider-Man, which I have yet to see. So if you've seen it, please no spoilers, but I know what happens because the internet ruins everything for you. Um, and then you have like the next big Marvel movie I can only think of that's coming out very soon is obviously
that's strange.
Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, which I'm very excited for. But I think the thing is Disney has lost track of the super fans because
Mm,
they're like, okay, so you need to watch this show to understand this. You got to watch that movie and you got to play that game. So you can, like, that's not realistic for a lot of people. Like hardcore fans, yeah, absolutely. The casual fan is not going to sit and watch WandaVision and Hawkeye, Loki. Okay, Loki was fucking great, but that's the thing though. Like I've only seen WandaVision and Loki. I have not seen Winter Soldier and Falcon, and I've not seen Hawkeye. I don't know if I would. I have really no interest in their stories. I'm not like a big Marvel fan. Like I don't really care. Like my best friend, she's like, well, you got to watch Hawkeye before we go see Multiverse of Madness. I'm like, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Like Marvel movies is not like, like Oscar material writing. Okay. Like it's pretty like on the wall. Like I'll be like, oh, this happened here.
You can just watch the recap, on YouTube.
Yeah. I just
recap.
Like literally go to YouTube. Everything important in Loki in 20 minutes. That's perfect.
Yeah, that one. But honestly, I really like Marvel's Netflix shows. Daredevil, Jessica Jones. They're really good.
Yes.
On their own.
I agree because I feel like they had more of a DC approach and they were really gritty. Like there was blood. Like when you died, you actually died. I mean, I can't say anything because Superman came back, but like typically you're dead, I lost my shit the first time I ever saw Daredevil on Netflix. I watched the entire season in a day. I was like, this is so good. I loved Jessica Jones. Obviously, we don't need to talk about Iron Fist because that was atrocious. But I was really excited to hear that Daredevil is coming back.
I'm excited, but not that excited because he's coming to Marvel, right? The MCU, and Disney owns the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Are they gonna make him cute?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I want the gritty Daredevil. I
want gritty. I don't want happy rainbow sunshine. Everyone's great. I think the thing that got me, and I will always remember this. I was in the theater, and it was I think it's Infinity War, and at the end where everyone's to snap and people are fading away, and I'm talking Spider-Man faded away. And I'm like, guys, he's already in another movie. He's clearly coming back. They're not going to be like, no, we're just going to get rid of Spider-Man now. We'll replace him again. It was just kind of they're coming back. They're obviously going to save the world somehow. I would just hope one day I want to watch a superhero movie where they actually don't save the world and the world ends and then they just leave it there. And they don't they don't use a time crystal or go back in time or go to an alternate universe and fix it. No, I want a superhero movie to just end on a bad note. I think that would be interesting to see. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
The Boys though.
Oh my God. I love The Boys. Okay. I'm biased a little because it is filmed in Toronto. I have a boner for anything that is filmed in Toronto because I'll sit there and be like, I know that building. That's Jane and Finch. I know that. I really like The Boys. I would say that is my second favorite superhero show to ever be made, obviously next to the Batman animated series. That's the best animated series of all time. Literally.
Wait, the 90s one or the one in 2000s?
The 90s.
Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say, did we just not become best friends after all? I really like the 90s animated Batman series. So good. No, I like The Boys. I know that's coming back as well very soon. I'm very excited. Again, it's so fun. Homelander, because that's how I would imagine a superhero being in 2022 today, very self-serving, definitely all about sponsors and brands. Could you just imagine being hi, it's Batman and I wash my I brush my teeth with Colgate, black Batman toothpaste and stuff like that. Like that is so realistic to how like that's like influencers, right? Like
Wait, it's your job actually, the marketing.
Yeah, I know.
You should work for them.
I could work for them. Yeah. Hey, Bruce Wayne, I need you on set. Here, your line is, this is the best toothpaste to end gingivitis, and just kind of stuff like that. But
you could do that. You could do that.
I could do that. I don't know. I feel like if I ever had my dream marketing. So like where I like for the marketing I'm doing right now is for signs. It's not fun. There's no
what?
Signs, like SIGNS, like you're like signs, like for businesses, like signs for businesses is what I market.
Okay.
So so it's not exciting. So when you go into a store and you go and you walk above and you see like this, like the giant letters on the building, and you go inside and there's like menu boards or you see like a retractable banner. That's what I market that to businesses. So I work for a sign company. And I'm their marketing person. So like I, tell company, if you're looking to do vehicle graphics, for an example, like I would do something more like this. This is going to drive your brand awareness and stuff like that. Like I'm usually in the room when pitches happen. So anytime like a client comes in saying, we're looking for this, the sales rep, who's my boss, and me will sit with them and say, like, this is what you need to do and stuff like that. That's not what I want to do with the rest of my life. It's very boring. I would love.
But actually, that's better, because I thought you said science. Science marketing. I was like, what? Science marketing?
No. Science.
How are you going to market the science?
It's just
science. But science is really good. Science is really good. I really like science. I really like to look at the banners.
Yeah. Yeah, believe me, banners, signs, AODA signs, vehicle graphics, you name. It's boring. I've been doing it for like 3 years now. Like there's nothing more.
What are you talking about? It's not boring. It's fun. It's fun to look at. I mean, if it's really good, it will stuck on your mind until the rest of your life.
I don't think I've ever looked at a sign besides the Las Vegas sign that I'm like, that's gonna stick with me. But no, if I had my dream, if I could be like, Stas, this is what you want to do, I would love to market food or clothing, just because I do have a culinary background. I could really market food, like specifically desserts, I would say. It's something that like I would hope to do one day. I don't know. What's your dream job? If you ever had a dream job?
Talking about dessert, because I just ate like a lot of popcorns, like 2 buckets of popcorn in 2 days. Can we not talking about dessert? But
yes, no.
I really want to try a cupcake.
I know.
The bacon one.
Oh my God. If we ever actually cross paths in real life one day, I will treat you like a king, and I will make you a 5-dish meal
for bacon cupcake.
Okay.
Until I meet you.
Till you meet me? Okay. I can do that. Actually, I just gave my best friend an interesting recipe today. So she was having a weird pie off challenge with her sister. So I said to her to make a sweet potato peach pie with a lemon basil crust with a strawberry rhubarb glaze over top with mint ice cream, a little bit of mint ice cream, and then a blackberry on top. And it's going to taste amazing. And she's like, what? So she made it today. She's like, you're a fucking scientist. And I'm like, yes, because like literally in culinary school, you take a big aspect into food science and how to make food taste good, even if you don't have a lot of it. Like it's fascinating. No, I love food, but I will save my bacon, salted caramel, and I'll even add a little pretzels on top there for you. And then I'll also make you cinnamon rolls one day. That's my promise to you, Artie.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Now, you have to make me one promise, though, if I do this. You have to tell me tomorrow. I don't care what time it is. I'll probably be sleeping or doing a summer spotlight, depending on, where life takes us. I want to hear your review of the Batman. Be super honest, because I've had ONG Sims. He messaged me this morning because he had just saw it. And he's like, Stas, is this the greatest movie you've ever seen? And I was like, yes, it is the greatest movie. It's the greatest Batman movie. It's actually taken out because The Dark Knight has always held a special spot in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually Dark Knight is now moved to number 2. So the Batman could be number 1.
So do you feel 3 hours or no? Just went by like.
I have a small bladder, so I definitely felt the 3-hour mark, probably about 2.5. But there was never a point where I was like, "Oh my god, this is like 3 hours." Like what? Like it has really good pacing. It definitely it leaves you wanting more. Like you think like they're gonna wrap it up, but then there's still like more story to be had. I really feel like they did a really good job with the origin stories. Like I would say this movie did something very different, which I'm so fucking thankful for. I did not see Bruce Wayne's parents get murdered. Okay.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. I have seen them die. Like we saw them die in the Joker movie. Like, could we not like escape this scene? We know if this is your first Batman movie and you're going to see this, super sorry. And for the rest of us who've been around for a while, it's really fucking refreshing not to see, them die for the millions. If I had to see that pearl necklace shatter again, like I'm leaving. Like goodbye, the end. No, so like they obviously talk about it that they were murdered, but like they don't like show it. They don't insinuate it. They don't do like any shadow shit. Like it's just them. Like they're like, oh yeah, they died like 20 years ago. What I think I also like about the Batman, again, I'm trying to give zero spoilers. I mean, this is not coming out till April, so this is on you at this point if you've not seen Batman by the time this comes out, like April 2nd.
Oh, April 1st is my birthday.
It's coming out on your birthday?
My birthday is April 1st, so the day after my birthday.
No. Oh, okay, that's cute. Wait, hold on. I don't want to be a liar. When's this? It's coming out the first Wednesday in April. When is that? Okay, I lied. It's coming out the 6th. It's coming out April 6th. So I don't know how calendars work. But anyways, I really what I liked about the Batman, it didn't just feel like another Batman origin story ripoff. It actually felt like a lot more of like the side characters' origins. Like I felt like Catwoman had a really nice time in the spotlight. Like she got her character development. I would say the Penguin also got his character development. It made you actually feel something for these characters instead of them just showing up on screen and being like, oh, I guess that's the Penguin. And then he fucks off for the rest of the movie and you don't see him again. Like they actually were on screen a lot together. I read that Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson's screen test together was very intense. Holy shit. Like their chemistry was insane. Like absolutely insane. So that's my spoilers for you. It's great. It's long. Like don't drink like an extra large drink at the very beginning because you're gonna regret it. Now, I will tell you this: there is a post-credit scene. It's okay. So it's at the very end, and it's like 1 second. Oh. So yeah, but like if you don't want to stay till the end, you're not. I don't know what it is because no one has posted it online. What it means, but if you stay till the end, it is like the last scene.
Is it?
What?
Is it?
No, it's not that.
Okay.
No. It's literally one scene, and I had Googled it before because like that's the first thing I do. I'm like, is there an after credit scene going into a movie? I always want to know. And they said no, but there is one tiny scene at the end, which technically is, but it flashes so quickly, you have a hard time seeing what it is. So I'm waiting for the internet sleuths out there to sit there and examine the shit out of it. So all I have to do is watch their 10-minute video and then I can feel
From
smart
one
again.
scene.
Yeah, for 1 second.
1 second scene.
It's always like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So the Batman came out like yesterday, and there's like this 1 minute post-credit scene which confirms everything that we know. And it's literally like frozen. So we're gonna dissect this scene. And it's like, so before we do, this is what happens in this movie. And then they get to the last scene and they're like, yeah, so this is what it is. And they're like, yeah, so because that was there, because how that R is placed means that this person's coming back from the 1984 special classic that was only out in Sweden. And they like show it and they're like, see this, that's the shit that I want. Or ask like a tailor.
You can do it for a living, actually. You just sound like one of those people on YouTube, no?
I know.
You can do that for a living.
I wish I could do this for a living. Here's the thing though. I would say I've done like 30 of these now. And they're more fun as you go along because you get more confident along as you go.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing makes you more self-conscious than listening to yourself speak for an hour at sometimes. And then you're like, did I actually say that? Because you can't edit it out because it wouldn't make sense because it's in the middle of a sentence. But did you actually say that, Stas? Really? You went to college for like 20 years. You couldn't frame that better? No? Well, that's on you then at this point. But anyways, Artie, it's been an absolute pleasure. And I want to say, I almost say this, I almost say the same thing every time, but I've actually gotten to know you in the last like week and a half. And it's been so refreshing to talk to you almost every day. I actually look forward to it all the time. You are an amazing part of the Sims community. I'm so excited for your builds. I'll never know what you're going to build next because literally, that I love that. Right. So like you keep us on our toes. I'm so excited that you're joining the round table tomorrow morning, which will be tomorrow evening for you, which is nice. I was thinking that I'm literally talking to you twice in one day. So I'm like, I must have done something right. Everybody I talked to, Sims Boy Builds this morning, he is ecstatic that you will be there. It was actually he actually messaged me and proposed that we do a builders roundtable. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, perfect. And I messaged him today. I'm like, well, what questions do you want to ask? He sent me like 10. I'm like, perfect. There you go. I love it when someone else helps me out with these things, but I'm so excited, to talk to you again in like 12 hours.
Is it 12? Oh yeah. No, 12,
no,
30.
It's 12. Yeah. 12 and a half hours. Yeah. Actually, I got a Simmer Spotlight at 8 a.m. my time. I'm interviewing Panda Builds right before, and then they are joining us at 9 for the roundtable.
Oh,
I know. I'm very, very, very excited. Well, definitely, Artie, I want to thank you so much for being here today.
Again.
I know, I'm so excited. Again, literally it's like 12 hours and 30 minutes from now, I'll be sitting talking to you again. I'm very excited. Again, it's been an absolute pleasure. You're a great part of the Sims community, and you're just amazing. Why don't you tell everybody where we can find your work?
I keep forgetting stuff, so I think you can find me on Instagram at Rd.ptra and Twitter at Rd.ptra1 and Origin Rd.ptra1. When I do this recording thingy, I keep say like, oh, you can download my builds on Rd.ptra. Satu is one in my language, so Rd.ptra satu, and I was like, oh, I have to redo it again. Rd.ptra 1. Oh, so basically, I forgot to tell you. My name is Rd.ptra. This is how you supposed to pronounce it properly. And then in Spanish, putra sounds like a food. And then my friend from Venezuela, he told me like, oh, Rd, if you switch the order, puta ardiente, it means burning.
Really?
Burning.
Oh my God.
So yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and yes, you can watch my video on YouTube, but I don't post it that often on YouTube. I'm a bit lazy, you know. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I believe me. If you've listened to these now, I don't really do that much editing. I'm just kind of like, let's just go. It's perfect. But anyways, the links are going to be below. Please go follow Artie. He's
Thank you,
amazing
Sassy.
builds. Yo, thank you so
Thank
much for being
you.
here today. Anybody, like I said, please go check him out. He's absolutely incredible. And Artie, again, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and being here today.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome.